Hey everyone, in this video I want to demonstrate how to get started with and use Mastodon. In our class this semester we'll be using Mastodon for the reading comments assignments. Hopefully you recognize this document. These are the instructions for the reading comments assignment. You can get to them via the syllabus or via a couple of different locations in our course. Notably, they are available in Module 1. Excuse me. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You can read more about the assignment. Essentially, this is where we will start our conversations about the readings. You can think of it as a place where you could take little notes about what you're reading for the current module, where these assignments are required. Um, for each module where these are required, you will need to post at least 10 original comments on the assigned readings and then at least 5 replies to classmates or to me. I will be there as well, for a total of at least 15 per module. You can go beyond that if you'd like, but not required. If you click this link, it'll take you to the hashtag feed where we will be making these comments. And if you don't know what that means, it'll make sense here shortly. When I scroll down to this section, getting started with Mastodon, this is what you should use to access Mastodon. So this is something, it's a platform that's separate from Canvas and from other parts of the course. So you'll have to come here to this page and then create an account um, if you don't have a Mastodon account. You'll have to agree to their rules of engagement, click accept, and then you can go through and create a free account using the username that works best for you. You can use a pseudonym here if you would like. If you do so, please let me know what that pseudonym is. You don't have to let anyone else in the class know, but please let me know so that I can make sure to give you credit for your work here. I'm not going to continue this process. Again, you'll enter your information, click that you've read, and then sign up. I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. Once you log in, on this page, you will see folks that you follow. I only follow a couple of people here. One of them is Brian Alexander, who thinks about future trends in higher education. Adam Isaacson, who works for the Washington office on Latin America and writes a lot about migration and the border. This stuff doesn't really matter for the purposes of our class because what we will be doing is using a hashtag to communicate with one another. This also means you don't have to follow me, you don't have to follow each other here, but you do have to make sure that you use the course hashtag in all of your posts. You have to use the hashtag sign, the pound sign, depending on what age group you fall into. Will probably depend on what you call it, but you use the hashtag pound sign and then HIST. I don't think it matters whether it's capitalized or not. This one isn't case sensitive. And then 466. So that's just the course number. We're in History 466. If you're in History 566, please also use this hashtag, use 466, so that we can all talk to one another together, whether you're an undergraduate or a graduate student. I hit enter, and now what I see is all profiles hashtags. I'm going to click hashtags, and then that's this. Click it again, and I'm in the hashtag search. So I'm going to switch tabs real quick and scroll up. The link right here just takes you directly to the course hashtag, so you don't have to follow all of those steps if you don't want to, and you'll notice I'm already logged in. If you've already created an account and you're already logged in, you can just go straight there that way. This functions a lot like Twitter. If you've used Twitter, it gives you a little more space. There are 500 characters available. You'll notice I didn't call it X. I've not really been on Twitter for a while since it switched over, and we've been using this platform where things are a bit quieter for the purposes of a class. So once you're ready to type your comment, you just use the little box over here, type what you want to say about the reading. It's great if you can reference page numbers or sections of chapters so that we know where you're at, what you're talking about. But again, remember, these are brief as well. So this is a fairly open-ended exercise. You do want to point out here are places where I noticed the author's methodology, how he or she is interpreting the historical documentation that they've cited or that they've consulted. the arguments they're making, why this is interesting or why this was striking to me. All of those things are fair game and totally acceptable. Again, this is open ended for you to comment about what stood out to you in the readings, and I'm hoping that we'll also be thinking about methodologies and arguments. So you type that comment, and then afterwards, type the course hashtag. So that's the HIST 466. And then click post, and there you'll see it in the hashtag feed. That's how you make your 10 original comments. When you're ready to comment on others, you can scroll down and see what other people have posted. This is a brand new Mastodon hashtag and feed. So you'll notice there's not much here, just a couple of things I started adding over the past couple of months or so as I was thinking about this class and getting ready. So there's something about Cuauhtemoc Cárdenas and Mexican politics, something from El Hilo, which is a podcast that I listened to in the lead up to Mexico's elections, and then a story from the New York Times about the results of the presidential election in Mexico. So again, you'll read through these. When you all do these, they'll be about the assigned readings for the module, or whatever the assignment is. Module 1 slightly different, that's why I said that. And then you'll decide who you want to respond to. You'll use this little arrow here to post a response. You'll notice the box popped up right there where you can type your response. So type, I can't spell. All right. And it is great if you use the course hashtag. I'm okay with you not doing that with responses, just because once your username, whichever one you use, and your avatar pop up in this feed from your original posts, I'll be able to find responses that you've made to one another, whether or not you do the hashtag. They are absolutely required, though. The hashtag is absolutely required for those 10 original posts. So you can either choose to use the hashtag or not for responses. And I say it that way because, as you'll notice, the responses pop up here just at the very top of the hashtag search. So that means if you're replying to people, those replies will kind of populate above. That can be okay, or it can be confusing. So whatever sort of makes the most sense to you as you get involved with and use Mastodon. Those are the basics. That's what you need to know. You can favorite each other's things. You can repost. You can bookmark. But essentially, this is all you need to know for the purposes of our class. And this is how we will, again, have our initial, more informal way of just talking about the books. And I like to do this rather than give you quizzes, because this gives you the opportunity to kind of make your own path through the materials rather than be forced into thinking about what I might think you should know. With history, it's always so big, there's no way we can cover all of it. The Mexican Revolution is the same, so that's why I like this kind of a method. If you have questions, concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help, especially as we get started, and I'm looking forward to the conversations we'll have here.